Good afternoon, Outliers. Happy Wednesday. I apologize for being the world's flakiest podcast host, I suppose you could say. Um, this weekend, went camping with the Boy Scouts. Turned out to be a good time. I don't like not sleeping in my bed. I don't know about you, but my bed is probably the comfiest place like in the world. So I would rather sleep in that than out in a tent, but it turned out okay. Monday was Veterans Day, so I took the day off, hang with the fam. Tuesday, yesterday, my wife had a procedure, and so I just bounced. I wasn't going to even try and make it. Didn't want to have that stress over me. So I apologize, but I'm back today. Tomorrow, I'm also going to flake out because I'm going to the event where Fed Chair Jerome Powell is speaking, which I'm very stoked about. Hopefully, I can take some videos, take some pictures, take some interesting stuff. I doubt that I'll get any one-on-one time with Fed Chair Powell. But I'm excited to go. I think that'll be a good old time. So good to see everybody. Dave is here. Sebastian's here. Don is here. Leo's here. Wes is here. Tug is here. Jean-Louis is here. Michael's here. Jason, I don't remember seeing you around here before, but I'm really glad you're here, my friend. Thanks for coming. Peter's here and Jorn is here. All right. We have so much to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into everything that's going on this week. All right. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. This is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. Okay, speaking of, Mark, Mahesh, and I had a meeting earlier today. And they're like, Chris, you've been trading like forever, right? And I was like, yeah, I've been trading since 2009. And I was like, I remember when I started trading and like really thinking that I was onto something because I was in the shower at our old house. And I remember it was in 2009 and thinking like I was just an absolute genius because I had just made $800 on this leveraged ETF. Like, so I just thought that was funny. I thought about that story today, which I hadn't told in ages and ages. And that was in 2009. So I'm a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading using the OVTLYR data. Now, I call it the golden ticket trading strategy. So how does OVTLYR work? Well, real quick, it's a 4-step process, which we are going to be revamping the homepage pretty soon. So you're going to be seeing some interesting information to go along with this on our homepage, because I feel like we are missing this this messaging behind it. But OVTLYR monitors how investors are reacting to changing market conditions, news, price movements, and the economy. OVTLYR determines if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy, and by how much. OVTLYR gives buy and sell signals when those irrational behaviors reach an extreme. And number 4, allowing you to get into the stock before the OVTLYR move happens. So let's jump into our member highlight. We've got so much to cover. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through the entirety of the member highlight because it's been a couple days, right? But let's just do some quick highlights here. Mikey Mike got Dave's journal. So Dave, congratulations. And Mikey Mike, I hope that's working out well for you. Let's see. Talked about, the new 3.0. You've looked at, you've been using the 3.0. How does it look? How does it work? Let me know. I'm actually very curious. Mahesh was asking me this morning. This was one of the things I wanted to chat with you guys about. With the new 3.0 being live, any issues you're seeing, any bugs you're seeing, let us know. Couple things. This morning, Mahesh asked me what I was thinking about it. A couple things I did request was to have a box around, like the oscillator, have a box around the heat map, just so we can distinguish those areas a little bit better. Also, and I don't know if this will be in the next update or in Mahesh told me he's got at least 2 more updates planned before the end of the year, so a lot's happening really quick. But the oscillator right here, I was like, it's just a plain blue line right now. Can we do something with that? And my thought was change the line to when it's going down, that being red, when it's going up, that being green. The price trajectory oscillator is really your roadmap, I guess you can say. So if it's moving up, price is more than likely going to be moving up. If it's moving down, price is more than likely going to be moving down. Mark suggested doing it like an area chart. So if it's moving down, the line and everything underneath it would be red. If it's moving up, the line and everything underneath it would be green. So a little change right there. A couple things that I've really been enjoying over here is the news section and like the analyst ratings and stuff. This has been really cool. Not something I ever paid attention to, but since it's right there, I find it super handy. I'm also really enjoying the market breadth information right there on the chart of each stock. And of course, we're going to be looking more at it, but I think this is a tremendous upgrade. Now, the eyeballs, where we can hide and unhide different sections, those are coming, Mahesh told me. I don't know when exactly, but those should be coming, and that'll like make it a little bit more user friendly. Dave says the ability to edit notes would be great. Oh, you can't edit the notes yet? Let me check one. I haven't used any notes yet, so that's good to know. So it's like you can just create a note, but you can't edit it. Okay, that's good to know. Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Mikey Mike was sharing some cool links out there. Also, Mikey Mike was reading through New Trader, Rich Trader. We're going to put that aside for now while we have a lot of trades to put on, but we will circle back to that. So Mikey Mike, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Let me see. Michael Wales was talking about different risk per trade, which is very cool. Thanks for jumping in on that. Max noticed an error on the page. If you ever have any errors with the spreadsheet, the formulas aren't changing. The error is on Google side, and that does happen. Refresh the page, or close the page and reopen it. And generally, if that doesn't work, come back to it a couple hours later, and it should come back to life. Like you said right here, came back to life. Jorn shared a spreadsheet that he uses for position sizing. And Mikey Mike was talking about the options trading for beginners video, which if you guys haven't taken that yet, it's over here in the VIP Investors Toolkit. If you scroll up, he's talking about this options trading for beginners video. It's like 3 hours long, so it's super, super handy. So glad that that worked for you guys. Now, of course, there's so many other conversations we're not going to have a chance to get to today, but I'm really proud of everybody for jumping in on that. Mikey Mike is here. Good to see you. Jason says, last week was my first. I've had this for months, trying to learn. Well, man, I'm glad you're here. This is the right place to learn, my friend. Michael's here. Dave says, ability to edit notes. Peter says, and latest current values in the boxes. Oh, on the chart? Yeah, I was telling Mahesh today, I was like, something's off on this chart. I don't know exactly what's going on in this chart up here, but something looks off to me, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So I know he's actively working on that. I don't know. It's like the candles are off or something. It just, something's off. But yeah, I agree with you on that. And Peter says, it does look great though. Very cool. All right. Be sure to share everything that you are coming across in the Discord, how you're using OVTLYR, how we can help you out. Of course, everything we do for you. And of course, be sure to tell everybody about it. Jason, tell everybody you know about it, right? The first rule of OVTLYR is you tell everybody. And of course, hit the like button. I know you guys are already subscribed, but when you hit the like button, it lets YouTube tell everybody as well. So let's jump into the market. We want to see the 10 over the 20, price over the 50 on the market. And that'll tell us which direction it's going. And it's going north. 10 over the 20, prices over the 50, right? We definitely have all of that. The market is trending higher, no doubt about it. Next, market breadth. Let's go take a look at market breadth. So, couple changes over here. The icons are a bit smaller. But when you go to market breadth, it should look pretty much identical as it did before. Drop on the 10 EMA. And I'm going to slam this to the right. Now, this is up at 70.48%, which is fine with me. It's moving north. It's higher than the 10 EMA. But if it goes over 75 and then comes down, so if it goes 74, 75, 76, 77, back to 76, that's my cutoff point. So we might be seeing that if things continue to push high like they are. But right now, no issues right now. Nothing in the way. So the master key is unlocked. The SPY has a buy signal. Double check that real quick. Yeah, SPY has a buy signal since November 8th. The market trend is bullish. The market breadth is bullish. The sector breadth, all the sectors are bullish today. In fact, I got my spreadsheet here. All the sectors are bullish today. And so that means the master key is unlocked. So let's go to the next step. Before we add any new trades, we need to reduce risk on our existing trades. So I have a set of criterias, and there was some chatter in the Discord about closing below the prior day's low. previously I had wrote once profitable, but profitable is subjective, right? Is $1 profitable? Is $15 profitable? Right? Where is the profitability line? So I went ahead and I made a clear distinction. Close below the prior day's low once it's rolled. Once we hit that point, we get a lot tighter, right? Because we don't want to let this nice winner turn into a loser. So we get a lot tighter. So what I want to cover first are the ones that I closed this week while we've been separated. I wanted to talk about those that were closed, talk about why I closed them, and then we'll go through the ones that are currently open. I think that'll be useful. So let's start with HPE. HPE, I had a sell into strength at G13. I made a note to myself to sell today, which was yesterday. So if I go to HPE, yeah, there's some really cool stuff going on here, right? Like on the news, I can expand this and see all the news and look at the sentiment of the news. I think that's so cool. Then while that's loading, I can go to the sector news and see what's going on in the sector. And then I can go to the analyst ratings and I can see who's rated it, when they've rated it, if they've changed it from equal weight, for example, to overweight meaning they want more of them, and price target changes. So this is so cool to me. Like I said, things I never looked at before, but because it's right here, I'm absolutely looking at it. And then down here, the market breadth of the tech sector is right there. So it's easy to see. So I love this. And I can throw the 10 EMA on this, right? Oh, and then we now have EMAs on the chart up here. So the 10, 20, 50 EMA pops up on here. One thing I noticed earlier today, which I'll absolutely be using, as you know, I talk about the heat map value to close, like this one here. Now it's like a quick glance over here and I can see it. Heat map shows G19. And I thought that was pretty sweet. So I'm going to be using that. Today's heat map is G19. So we got in to HPE when it was at a heat map of R2. So you can look right here and see R2. Oh, these crosshairs are new. I just noticed that. I like these crosshairs. Okay. R2. And then G6, G14, that was yesterday. So I closed it yesterday. Price when I closed it, I went ahead and marked it so I would know it was 21.89. And right now it's a little bit under that. So that's why I closed HPE. KMI, selling the strength G38, that was yesterday. So KMI, also, I noticed, was it here? You can go straight to the sectors. Thought that was cool. So KMI, when we bought it, had a heat map value of G33. And for me, I only want 5 points when it's over G25. So it went from G33 to 36 to 30 or to 40 yesterday. So that was why I closed it yesterday, which turned out to be a great close on that one. KRE. This one I had to do a rejection on the order block. In fact, I believe I did a screenshot because I want to make sure I could talk about that one. Okay, so KRE had the potential early in the day, right there, to go up into that order block, which it did, right? That was this candle right here. It went all the way up to this point here. 67.79 was the high. So it went up and then back down. Now, my rule is if it goes into an order block, close at the end of the day, no matter what. Or day trade out of it if you need to. But only when the 10 and 20 cross back down on the 5-minute chart, right? So I was watching the 5-minute chart right here. So the 10 right there, 20 right there. It was pushing up into there, and I went ahead and made my alert that when these cross back down, I'm going to get out. And then later on, I was on my phone, and I got the alert, and I was like, okay, time to bail. 67.11 was around that point where I got out, which I believe I marked. Yeah. So that was an order block rejection. rejection and another rejection 3 days in a row. So that absolutely was a great exit on the trade. Of course, we could have done a little bit better, but we don't have a confirmation that the trend has ended until this point here when the 10 crossed under the 20. So I was really stoked with how that one turned out. Let me go ahead and clear my list. I kept these on to be able to go over these with you. And then we'll do flex. Okay, flex. We got out. Honestly, we got out really well on this one. Now, it didn't work out, right? There are times where these trades just plain don't work out. And that's why position sizing is crucial, right? Critical. This one we got in on November 8th, got out. So in on Friday, out on Monday. Why? Because it closed under the half ATR. No doubt about it. It wasn't even close. It was time to get out. So, that just happens. So you just got to take your lumps and move on in this case. And then JCI, yesterday closed under the half ATR. Today, it's been, I don't know, it's like 20 cents over where I got out. So to me, it happens, right? Sometimes it goes up after you get out. Sometimes it goes down after you get out. But the point is, following the rules, got in on Monday, got out on Tuesday type of situation. And you just get it and get out of the way. Take the risk. It's really small. In fact, on that risk, how much risk was that? JCI was a 2% impact to my account, whatever. And HPE was a 2% impact. KMI was nearly a 3% growth. And KRE was almost 4% growth. So you can, of course, go back through the Discord and follow along to see how things turned out. But that covers all the ones that we already had on and closed. Now let's start at the top on what I have open right now, which is 6 positions still: HWM, UWM, RF, AEE, RRC, and FTNT. All right, so these are the positions I have on right now. We're going to go through each one real quick and talk about should we close or hold or roll in this case. So HWM, let's go to dashboard, HWM. Let that load. We're going to sell into strength at G22. It's not under the 10. It's not under the half ATR. It's really close to rolling. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and roll it just because it's like 20 cents off at this point. And we can lock in some winning position on that. But let's double check the heat map on this. Today's heat map is G17. Said I close at G22. And we want to confirm that it's still going up. So yesterday's heat map, G15. Look right here. Today's heat map, G17. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and keep this on, but I do believe I'm going to go ahead and roll it up. Take partial profits now. Keeps the trade alive. And for those of you who, I did roll one in UNM. We're going to close that one here today. But I did roll one in the Discord, and I didn't get a chance to explain what that is. Okay. When a trade is profitable, it moves 1 ATR in your direction. So in this case, we're a little bit off. We're 20 cents off. Like I say, earlier on today it went up, and I feel like it's a great time to go ahead and roll this up. When it moves 1 average true range in your direction, right, the stock is setting a new range. And so for me, that is an opportunity to do a couple things. It takes partial profits now. I'm going to take money and put it back into my account now. It's going to keep the trade alive. I can still trade on this, right? I'm not taking it off. In fact, I'm just keeping it on, yet taking partial profits. You can't do this with stock. And lastly, it frees up capital now. So those partial profits that I just took in, I can now go and trade those with something else. So rolling a trade is one of the coolest things that I think an options trader can do if they know about doing it. So can you roll up for a credit? And in this case, I know we can. If we need to roll out for the date, we need to also confirm we can do it for a credit. But if no, just hold the trade. Sell is one order. So you sell to close the original position, but buy to open closer to the money, same number of contracts. So let me show you what that would look like. So let's go to Which one was this one? HWM. HWM. So currently in the 105s. So it would it looks something like this, right? You're in the 105s, probably around 225 mid price. You would sell to close the 105, okay? Then buy to open the 110. And right now that shows we could do it for about a 420 credit. Now you can take that 420 credit and go trade with it. Isn't that cool? Right? So it's a $5 spread. Basically, that's what you're doing here. You're taking that risk off the table, and you're going to go ahead and be able to trade with it nearly right away, almost instantly, I bet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So like I say, this is HWM, sell to close the 105s, buy to open the 110s as one order, and make sure you have the same number of contracts. Let's double check liquidity real quick. Ooh. Okay, maybe not. I do see a roadblock. That open interest of 138 doesn't make me happy. In fact, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then Goran's asking about extrinsic. Extrinsic 210 over 820 is 25%. I could live with that. I can live with 25%, but I can't live with the fact that we're basically cutting our liquidity in half. So actually, I'm not going to roll it. I thought I was. What about extrinsic of the new position? Yeah, we're good. I'm not going to roll it. I'm going to hold the 105s in this case. Bummer. But let's go back over here real quick. When you roll, same liquidity standards. Liquidity standards are 250 plus open interest, give or take. Less than 50 cent bid-ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value, give or take. And it's usually around the 80 delta. So this delta was going from the 80 to the 72. The only issue really is the open interest. Sebastian says, maybe tomorrow. Absolutely, maybe tomorrow. And this was the one I believe was the chatter in the Discord about closing below the. It was, yeah, closing below the prior day's low. So it worked out okay. We'll see where it goes. And it's currently at HWM is currently at G17. So it looks like we have a couple days even until it hits that heat map, unless it goes up really high tomorrow. So we'll see. HWM stays on. UNM, however, I believe is a takeoff today because it hit our target. I just looked at the time. We're going to have to hustle through this. G37 was where I said I'd get out. G37 is where it's at right now. So I'm going to close UNM. I'm going to take it and take my profits out of this. This was a really great trade. Love this trade. All right, UNM. Close full position. So closing the 67 and a halves, not the 65s, because we rolled. If you remember, we rolled this one. Let's see if I can close at 460. Build at 460. I'll take it. Now, let's do the math real quick on how this one turned out. Okay, so we're going to reply to this one. I'm going to copy this where I say closed. All right, so today is the 13th. Closed UNM. 67 and a half calls. I got filled at, what price was that? Got filled at 460. 460. So we add 460 and the credit that we sold it for on the roll. So the 670 is the total credit. We'll do the math in just a second, which was a 28.52% gain. And a impact of 4.90%. Thank you very much. Portfolio impact, heat map target hit. So we purchased it for 510. So imagine we spent 510 to get it, then rolled it for 210. And then we just right now sold it outright for 460, which means we made 460 or 160 over 510, which is roughly 31%. You take out broker commissions, get you to 28.52%. So pretty sweet little trade. I'll take it. Trades from yesterday, all good except RRC. But it seems like it's coming back. Okay. Let's continue on. So UNM, we're out. RF. Yeah, this one, it's above the 10 EMA, above the half ATR. So no issues on that. No order blocks in the way. In fact, let's just review real quick. I don't want to skip anything. EMA is not broken. 10 EMA is not broken. Half ATR is not broken. No order blocks. And let's check the heat map. All right, heat map. Yesterday, heat map value was G20. Today, it is G21. No issues there. I said I closed at G28, which is 10 points higher than the entry right there. So our F stays on. Let's go to the next one. AEE. This one's come back real nice. I was looking at this one earlier, like, what the hell? But yeah, that one's looking all right. It's above the 10 EMA, above the half ATR, and that AEE heat map is scroll this over. All right, heat map yesterday, G29. Today is G31. I said I would get out at G34, so no need to get out. RRC, ooh, just above that half ATR right now. Let's look on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, it's coming back. All right. Honestly, it's above the half ATR, so I'm not really stressing this one. We'll come back to it in a minute if we need to. Goran says it's below yesterday's close. Right, Goran. I'm only going to have one stop loss point. Only one stop loss point. Below yesterday's close only counts when I've rolled it. In fact, let me go up here real quick and mark that I rolled that. Okay. RRC, again, couple pennies over. We can let that run for now. FTNT, above the half ATR, no order blocks in the way, and the 10 EMA is not an issue. But let's go check the chart on this FTNT. I do want to ask, I know there was some chatter in the Discord about RRC being an order block. I don't see that. Sometimes if I zoom out, a new order block will pop in. But I'm looking back into like 2022, and I don't have an order block on here on the daily, so I'm not sure what you guys were seeing. On the intraday, I'm sure there's plenty of order blocks, yeah, but I don't know what was going on the daily. All right, we're back to FTNT. Scroll this over. Yesterday was at G10 on the heat map. Today it's G13. This is FTNT. I said I'd get out of FTNT at G20. I say it was at G10, G13. So yeah, got a long way to go. So that's it for existing trades. I don't really have a lot of room. We got a little bit of room now. I closed UNM and no, I didn't roll the other one. So I've really only got room for one, possibly two trades. But let's go find out. Let's go see if there's any new ones to put on. RRC shows an order block on trading view. Dude, I don't know. I don't know why it's got one there and I don't, honestly. Tell you what, Alex, do me a favor. How far back does the order block go? For example, like, do you see how this order block is created here? This is at October 25th. Can you scroll back to see where that order block's created? And I'll do that on my end and see if it makes a difference. I'm actually really curious now. All right, let's go to the next step, which is look for new trades. We don't have a ton of time, but I ran the screener this morning, and the screener looks pretty much unchanged from what you'd seen it before. I haven't adjusted my criterias. So it's positive backtest, over 1 million shares average daily volume, buy signal, the oscillator moving up, all market caps, I don't care, greater than $20, heat map, basically everything except G40 1 to 50, and then uptrend green overlays. And so that gave me a list, which is these names here. I dropped those names into TrendSpider, and I'm gonna refresh my chart right there. July 17th this year, 2024. RRC. Yeah, I've got the 28 and the 50 order blocks on. I'm not seeing it, my friend. I don't know. July 17th, 2024. Okay. Yeah, clearly it's looking at this area right here. I don't know, but I don't have it, so I'm not really that stressed on it. Let's go to the list. So we've got a handful that I can look at today. And I'm gonna do this. Now it's 2:47 Central Time, so I do have to hustle through here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort by, or I'm gonna start. No, slow down, Chris. I'm going to delete anything that's not on my scanner list already. That's going to allow us to save a little bit of time. And then I'll go with the highest back test and work our way down. So CMG is out. EMB is in. Mara is out. Morgan Stanley's in. PayX is out. I'm just looking at this list, comparing it to this list. ECG's in. RCL's in. Schwab is out. Square's in. Walmart's in. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Zero out those guys. Okay, so now I'm going to sort by the highest outlier signal return and go down. So we're going to start with Walmart. It's on a lower time frames, but not daily. I don't know. I'm not stressed on it. Let's go look at Walmart first. Now, what we want to do is a couple things. First, let's just check out the chart. Make sure there are no order blocks out there, right? Walmart looks gorgeous. There is earnings next week, but that's fine. We can trade up to and into earnings if we need to. Let's go over here. Start with the highest back test and work our way down. Confirm the heat map's not already stalled. Check this out. I saw this morning. I can just click the link right in here and it goes right into it. So that's going to save me a moment. So we're verifying that Walmart does not have a heat map stall right now. And then we're going to look at the Walmart option chain. $80 delta, 965, 10 cents wide. That'll work. Actually, we could go down one. 11,000 open interest. $1.11 on 690 is 16%. That'll work. So this is looking really sharp right now. Let me go back over here into the heat map. All right, yesterday's heat map was G27. Today's heat map is also G27. So it's already got a heat map stall, so I'm not going to trade Walmart. Doesn't matter how great it is, it's got to go. Let's go to the next one. Morgan Stanley with a 96% historical. December. Roughly 80 delta. That's $13. This one, 75 delta could work. 950, 980. Hang on to that. Slam this over. Yesterday's heat map G32. Today is G33. All right, that works good. And then Stanley, take a look at right here. Yeah, I mean, Morgan Stanley looks sharp. This may be the one trade I get in today. Morgan Stanley, December 20th, 125s. Let's just double check real quick. We've got through everything. Highest back test to work our way down. Heat map's not already stalled. It was at G. Where's that at? There it is. G33 today. So I'd only give it 5 points, and that's fine. 21 days or greater, 250 plus open interest, less than 50 cent, and 20% or less extrinsic value. So this is 15 cents, 21,000, extrinsic value, $1.89 over 965. It's 19.5%. That'll do. I'm going to take it. Morgan Stanley, December 20th, 125s. I'm going to go on the business account and put it in over there. Stanley. December 20th, 125s. Oh, get your position size. All right, so you just type it in. If you need this spreadsheet, you can get it in Discord, in the VIP Investors Toolkit. Give it away. VIP Investors Toolkit right here. Scroll up to where it says Power Scanner. Fill in your details over here, and then it'll give you a position size. So back to this. Looking to put the December 20th 125s on. Where do you see Delta on that table? Mikey Mike asks. It's right here, Delta. And you can change it to all kinds of things, right? You can completely customize this to whatever your heart's desire is. For me, I look at mid-price, Delta, open interest, extrinsic, and then the bid and ask. So, because that I don't even need mid-price. It's just what's there. Dave's filled 965. Okay, back over to that. Okay, I'm also filled at 965 on Morgan Stanley, December 20th, 125s. That's going to be it. I'm not going to have a chance to get any more on today. We're running out of time and running out of capital. And that's okay. That's all right with me. I'm fully loaded in. Let's go. So Morgan Stanley, I'm in. And like I say, that's going to be the only one I get on today. So let's go ahead and add in our notes. 132. Oh, I didn't update the Discord. Sorry, I got to do that real quick. Sebastian sees it too. Weird. I don't know, my dudes and ladies. All right, 13th, trade number 1. This was Morgan Stanley. I forget. 125s. Or 965. And it's currently at 132.73. Okay. All right, like I say, that's the only one I'm gonna be able to get on today. You're in, but on paper, LOL. There's nothing wrong with that, Jason. Not in the least. Goran says, with so many trades, it's possible we could start 15 minutes earlier. It's possible. But for my schedule, I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay. So that's going to do it. 132.73, I think is what it was. Yeah. let's go ahead and load these in and then get you on with your day. 132.73. Oh, Goran, you should have seen it a couple days. I think it was Friday. There was like 100 something. I was like, we're going to have to just take this methodically. See you later, Jorn. All right, so that was the opening price. A half ATR below this. The current ATR value is 3.09. So 3.09 divided by 2 minus 132.73, 131.19. 131.19. So that's all the room I'm giving it to let me know if it's going to work, right? If it doesn't work out, by that point, I get out. No big deal. And then we go one ATR higher. So 132.73 plus, look down here, you can see the ATR value is 3.09. 135.82. And now you guys have seen why we mark up the charts, right? To get out for a stop loss and to get out for rolling. Not necessarily get out, but to get up for rolling, I guess you could say. 138.91. I was so close. 91. That'll do. Okay. And then Morgan Stanley, we're going to sell into strength on Morgan Stanley. It's currently at G33, so we're only going to give it a 5-point spread on the heat map. 5-point spread. So that'd be G38. All right, cool. So that's everything today. That was a lot today. I know. I apologize. But also I don't apologize. This is my job. This is my job. I wouldn't walk into your job and say, hey, do your job faster. If you can't do it any faster, it's literally as fast as I can do it. The only thing that would make it faster is if I didn't talk as much. Okay, Peter. Peter was asking if there's a new broker. In fact, Mikey Mike, I can't give you the news yet, but we have been I have to choose my words carefully or Mahesh is literally going to kill me. Mahesh may have used an ink pen yesterday on a piece of paper that may or may not have signed a deal with a website that may or may not be used like a broker and may or may not have recorded some videos about how sick of a thing that this is about to be. And there may or may not be a press release come out in the next couple of days. But I'll tell you, Mikey, there's a way that you can practice trading in different brokers and maybe one that you might hear about in a couple of days, where you can paper trade, which is basically like simulated trading. I think, yeah, Jason said that he just did that. In fact, I know for a fact that there may be paper trading in this particular broker that I may or may not be talking about. That's as much as you're going to get out of me. That's as much as you're going to get out of me. But yeah, we got a lot going on right now. And this is going to be huge. You guys are going to be so stoked because it's going to be awesome. Again, a lot we covered today. Jason says, I'm doing to learn. I don't want to blow up my account. I don't want you to blow up your account. I don't want to blow up my account. RRC is back, baby. RRC is back. Thanks for that update, Goran. Let's go to RRC. I don't know why my notes aren't. So we're all good. There it goes. Yeah. And to Goran's point, I'm looking for that close under the half ATR, and it's a nickel above. Heck, you're killing. I know, dude. Look, it's killing. I've been sitting on this news for like 3 weeks, a month at this point. It's really cool. Sounds like it may or may not be freaking amazing. It's gonna be great. Or it may or may not be great. I don't know, but it more than likely will be. Actually, I don't know if my slides are updated at this point. I was gonna, do my outro here, but I don't know if my slides are good to go. I have no idea what the current deal is. I don't know if this is good anymore. I need to go find out. Thank you so much for being an outlier, though. We couldn't do this without you, and we want to pay you back every single day by helping you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk hey, here together as a team. Let us know if you need anything on the Discord. Of course, we're always here for you, always trying to make everything awesome for you. Remember, tomorrow I'm out. I'll be hanging out with my old buddy Jerome Powell, or I'll be sipping some whiskey, enjoying life, smoking cigars. You know what us fancy men do in finance. And so for that, you need to make sure you tell everybody about OVTLYR, right? Be sure you tell her about OVTLYR. I do not believe I will be on at regular time, because I will not be on at regular time during this event. I may be coming in at a different time of day to update you in the Discord, and it may be ultra brief because I'm going to be having to do it from my phone. But I'll do the best that I can. Tell everybody OVTLYR, hit the like button so YouTube does as well, and have a fantastic afternoon. Again, no trading room tomorrow. I'll see you right back here on Friday. We'll talk soon.